Hey, so I'm coming at you in my office. That's right, my office. Here we can be cool, we can talk, whatever. I don't know. I haven't really used this as an office though, because it's actually my closet for all my coats. I just had to take a bunch of coats out. Let me show you. I'll show you just a minute. Hold on. Oops. I'm sorry. Alright, sorry. See, all my coats are up. This is my army coat. And like all my other coats are out in the other room. So this is like I do want to eventually make this like an office. So see, there's all my stuff. This stuff like up there, things I did. I did that in college. I have drawings I did that, all this stuff. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna just chat in here because I can actually sit down. But I would really like to make this like a nice office. But then I think, what's the point of doing that if Mike wants me to move back in with him? What's the point of like getting this set up like my own little spot where I can write and like learn Rosetta Stone, Spanish. People always talk to me in Spanish because they think I'm Spanish and I don't know what to say to them. And I never got my Alice in Wonderland poster. My friend Moss said he sent it to me, but I don't think he did because I never got it. I only got, he didn't send me the Alice in Wonderland poster. It's my poster that I won. I won that poster. I want this to be an office though because it's cute and I like it and it's a nice little spot to just type and there's a lot of room in it, I have like a desk and like whatever. I really don't want to move in with Mike because that's I used to live there at that house and I don't want to move back in there. It's depressing, okay? This place here, this is my place. I make it cozy. See, that's the thing when you get married, you can't be alone. You can't live by yourself. You can't have that like your own place, single. A lot of people get married and they've been married for so long they don't know how being single feels, But it's nice. It's nice to be able to have your own little place. I like this office. I'm just like, I really wish I could have fixed it up a lot sooner so I could have just spent time in here because I really like to write, but I don't do it if I don't have like a prop desk, you know what I mean? Like if I just sit at the kitchen table, I'm not inspired, but if I'm like surrounded by things that are like office style, like in here, I like this little room, And I kind of made a makeshift desk, but it's a little messy right now, but I'm surrounded by like artwork that I did and like inspirational type of things, To me, I told Mike when I move back in with him, he has the front porch, which is really nice, and I'm going to turn it into an office as well. I'm going to actually get a nice PC where I can just sit down and like type and whatnot. And I really need to start focusing on writing because that's very essential. If I feel like life is passing me by, I can at least use words and turn them into something, you know what I mean? Like I can just get lost in words and writing and all that kind of thing. I'm still wearing this lipstick. I don't know why, but I have other lipstick. I don't need to wear this. Yeah, I'm getting kind of sick of this purple color. Because I like to be alone. I like my alone time, so it's going to be really weird and hard to adjust. I've lived with Mike before, and I know how it's like living with him, but he has to understand, like, I need my own space. I'm going to need my own room because he's very loud. He has to I think he has, one of those things in the nose, whatever it's called, where you get it fixed. Can't think of what it's called right now. It's like when you get that thing in the nose, it's a bone they take out so you can breathe better. A deviated septum. I knew I would get it. This place smells like this candle. It's an old Bath and Body Works, and I never lit it because it's just too strong. But it's really strong, and it smells, making this whole place smell like that. Before I talk about the subject, I forgot to talk about. Look, I have assigned Toxie, Lloyd Kaufman, and Ron Jeremy, who I know them both. I'm friends with Ron and Lloyd Kaufman. And I was in one of the movies as an extra. My friend Veda is in a lot of those movies. She just finished the movie called Shakespeare's Shitstorm or something like that. So, but anyways, I have to put those coats back up soon. But I wanted to talk about people. I wanted to talk about how, you know, I wanted to talk about things that's really kind of messed up. What the fuck? Get out of here. Okay. I'm trying to get out of this message. Jeez. I'm trying to talk about things. So, this is what I'm trying to talk about. So, I've had a slew of congratulations about, you know, getting engaged, but then there were some people that were just little jerks. For instance, I'm going to wear this little bracelet. For instance, my friend Moss said he talked to his shrink. Okay, his shrink is like, he has a shrink, I don't know why. He thinks he needs one. He just wants somebody to listen to him, that's the truth. He just wants to talk and blab and have somebody listen to him. He doesn't need a shrink like that. He don't need a shrink, but that's what he wants. So, you know, some people just want somebody to listen to, and they pay him $400 an hour or whatever. She's a very famous psychologist that I've seen her on treating like the Kardashians or something. I don't know. And he actually paid a session for me to have with her, a couple of them. And I talked to her, you know, and we were talking about, I didn't know what else to talk about. I didn't know if I should talk about me and my inner self, but somehow the focus just got on me and my relationship with Mike, and I just focus on that because I feel really uncomfortable talking about myself, although I would like to hear if there's some kind of diagnosis with me, like what is wrong with me. I would like to get to the root of that. I'm not trying to focus on relationships, but that's what the session seemed to focus on. So I just, you know, said that. And that was a time when I left Mike. I was living with him. I was really skinny. I was like working out all the time. And me and Mike just, I was living with him, but I didn't want to deal with it anymore, so I left. And I went back back home and stuff, and Moss like actually bought me a ticket. See, the thing with Moss is I used to live in Hollywood, and I've been friends with him for like well over 10 years, I'd say, and he really keeps himself in my life. Like, his name is Moss. He really is like a moss. He's like a fungus that's gonna grow, and you can never get rid of it. It's just gonna keep growing and growing. It's like, you know, you know. So what am I gonna do? Like, he just keeps himself in my life, which is fine. That's great. La-di-da, you know. So anyways, so he got me a ticket to go out there. We're friends, and that's it. We're like brother and sister, really. But, you know. So I went out there, and I spent like a month or so out in Hollywood, and we went to all these like really cool places, parties, like VIP parties, and hanging out with like celebrities and doing fun things, you know, going to Universal and going to talk show, like whatever they're called, nighttime shows, I don't know, TV shows, going to parties, you know, with celebrities, like red carpet events. We went all kinds of places. And I like doing that kind of thing. I'm not going to lie. It's fun. And, because it is. And, yeah, so, oh, sorry. Should I keep the light off for a second for the real type of thing? I'm taking my glasses off again. Yeah, so, I was out there, and then the whole time Mike was messaging me. At first, he acted like he wasn't going to message me ever again, but he was telling me things like, our cat Marble died, stuff like that. And I'm like, I was driving, we were going somewhere in downtown LA, and I saw a big sign of Felix the cat, and it says the cat is back, or the cat is okay, or something. And I'm like, I took that as a sign, because Marble is actually doing good, and he was just saying that stuff. And that's some of the things that I told the psychologist, Judge Dr. Judy, that's her name. I told her that, and she's saying that he's very not a good person, he's destructive, or he's just inconsiderate, he is abusive, or whatever, because using those kind of tactics, that's really messed up. But she was saying that he would eventually hurt me, which that's not true, because he's never hurt me at all, like physically. But anyways, so I guess Moss was talking to her about me and him being engaged, and I guess he said that, and this is, I know it's confidentiality, but he said she maybe suggested that he could say he will pay me not to marry Mike. And I'm like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? Why? First of all, Moss, listen, this is not your life. He thinks my life is his life. Like, he's gonna dictate, and like he's gonna make choices for me. No, he got to realize I'm not gonna. I want a family, this and that. Like, he has to stop interfering. He really wants me to go to the AVN Awards in January and the ACM Awards, which I'd go, sure, but like, I don't think it's right of me to go. I don't need to go to the AVN Awards. The AVN Awards are basically porn awards. I don't need to go there. Although Cardi B is going to be performing music. That would be kind of cool to see. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't think I'm going to go to that. But I do want to go to the ACM Awards. But I went last year, and we didn't even get into the ACM Awards, nor did we get into any parties. And frankly, if I go this time, I want to get into some actual VIP parties with the stars. I don't want to just go to some free concert, I want to go to some real legit parties. I don't know why I did that, but the one time our friend Brandon, who's he owns the Live Nation or something in Arizona, he's like, there's no parties, because we went to the ACM, but he just wanted to gamble. He was like telling us, he's like, there's no parties right here. I'm like, why wouldn't there be after parties? Of course there is, but he's like saying there's not. And we found our friends Eddie and Mindy that got into the parties, but Moss, he felt bad going in with them, because he said, oh no, we had to go get Brandon, like, we had to go get Brandon. And I'm like, Brandon doesn't want to go. He doesn't care to go. So, but we end up going back to the room to find Brandon, and we missed out an opportunity to get into some really legit parties with the country stars and this and that. And like, I'm like, oh my God, Moss. He really mossed it up. Like, I don't know. Anyways, what else? What else? Yeah, so this time if I go to the ACM Awards, I really want to make sure we get into some parties, whatever. Why not? Because that's exciting, and I like that. Sorry. I know it sounds really silly and like it shouldn't matter, but it is fun. I've been to so many parties with like celebrities and whatnot, but it's always exciting, I think. Not gonna lie. So anyway, so Masha said that, about like suggesting paying me not to marry Mike, and I thought that was very rude, actually. And then I got my friend that I know from church, who texts me all the time. He asked me, he said, so you're engaged now? Right? I want to get something. It might take a moment. I can't pause this. Remember the software, I can't pause it, but I will be right back, okay? Just feel free to look around. sorry, I'm back. I didn't mean to like take so long. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Profusely apologize. Oh, you like my thing? Represent Phillipsburg. Yes, I had to pee, and I figured let's just pee. Sorry. Like, really? Anyways, I'm back. Yeah. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah. So I got my phone right here. Well, excuse me. I'm gonna put these coats up. Yeah, it's not gonna hinder anything. There we go. I have so many coats out there in the hallway too. Anyways. So yeah, take my glasses off. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just being weird. So, what happened? Oh. I'm sorry, I'm just like, I love it in this office, and I'm like, it's like a little sound box in here, which I like. Anyways, this guy at my church, Andre, he's like, so you guys are married? And I'm like, I'm engaged. I'm like, yeah. He didn't say congratulations. He said, is he a follower of Christ? And I said, he has his beliefs. He has his beliefs. He used to be Catholic, which he was. Mike was. Now he has more of a Buddhist belief, but religion, oh my gosh, I just got in a big conversation with my little niece about religion. But anyways, so this is how he replies back, because he goes to church. He's like a nice guy. I mean, I'm friends with him. He was interested in me for a while, but he knows that I'm engaged now. I had a boyfriend, but I know he was like interested in me. You could tell. Anyways, I said, is he a follower of Jesus Christ as well? The thing is about me, I consider him, I do believe in God, of course, but I don't say like I'm a Christian, because I don't follow the religions per se, but he says this, I do go to church. He says, do not try to work together as equals with unbelievers, for it cannot be done. How can right and wrong be partners? How can light and darkness live together? How can Christ and the devil agree? What does a believer have in common with an unbeliever? How can God's temple come to terms with pagan idols? For we are the temple of the living God. As God himself has said, I will make my home with my people and live among them. I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And so the Lord says, you must leave them and separate yourselves from them. Have nothing to do with what is unclean, and I will accept you. To 2 Corinthians 6:14-17. And after I read that, I'm like, how am I supposed to react to that? Basically you're saying it's condemned, me marrying him, because he's not like he doesn't have those beliefs. I didn't know. I didn't say anything back, but I'm just like, wow, okay. And another thing too, that guy I was telling you about, that guy Wayne. So he wanted his pan back the other week or whatever. He left it here when he came here with Jimmy, because that was the night they stopped by and we went to Shannon's house, and Shannon was like falling asleep. So we came back here and we hung out here for a little bit, and they had beer, and I didn't want to buy beer, but I kind of wanted to drink, but I didn't want to buy any. I had some for myself here at the house, but I thought Shannon would want to hang out. She didn't. And then so eventually I didn't want them to stay too long, so I was like, really sorry, I'm gonna get going, like I'm just gonna chill now. And they did leave, so that was nice. He's like, well, we gotta get going, she's kicking us out. That's what Wayne said. And Jimmy's like, what? Like whining and whimpering, because he didn't want to go back to his mother's house because it's miserable for him there. He still lives with his mom, and he's in his 30s, and whatever, Anyways, just go home. I want to be by myself. So Wayne, they brought chicken over, and he left his pan here, and I said, I even took 2 chickens out, and I wrapped the rest up, and I'm like, okay, take your pan with you. He didn't. I think he wanted to use it as an excuse so he could come over later and get it, or whatever. he was messaging me a couple days later saying, oh, I need my pan back so I can do holiday cooking. And I'm like, I had like errands to do on my day off of work. And I texted him, I'm like, hey, I'm going to have stuff to do. Can I bring your pan over? He doesn't work either. I don't know what he does. He doesn't work though. He has lots of money though. From his, I don't know. But, so I went over, I knocked on the door, and I even got him a Christmas card because I figured, you know, he's kind of being nice, and I want to be nice. So he's like, do you want to come in? I was like, yeah, I guess, you know, and I went in his house, and he's drinking a beer, and it's like 2 o'clock, and maybe it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and listening to the Secret Diaries or something of Hunter S. Thompson. And I didn't stay long because I felt weird. And I'm like, well, I have stuff to do. I'm going to get going. I said this in my other previous video. I don't know if you heard it or whatever, but I did say that. But anyway, so later that night, I think, he texted me and he's like, you didn't have to tell me to keep, he started talking to me, but I was drinking, and at that, I was joking around. Like, things he was saying, I was kind of just in a different state of mind. I was joking. Then he started getting all weird, you know. And then he said, fuck you, you're a cunt. Like, he called me that. Like, I don't, like, call me these just terrible, disgusting names. I can actually read this text, but I'm going to explain. And I'm like, who the hell is he? I don't even, like, I went to school with him, but who the hell is he? Who does he think he is that he can just talk to me like that? Like, you know, really? So, I said something about, you didn't see my engagement ring or something. And he's like saying, you don't even have a mortgage. Like, I'll read what he said. So, a while ago, I got something that said, since I didn't give them my stuff for food stamps, because I do get some food stamps, not a lot, but it helps. They said I didn't send them what they needed, my information, like my pay stubs and my lease form and all that, but I did. They didn't get it on time though. They said if you want to, they said that it's going to be terminated, my food stamps, so they said if you want to do a trial or something like that, you know, send this form back. And I did, and then a couple days later I got something in the mail, and I'll show you what it is. First of all, I got this in the mail, and it looks like a legit with that kind of thing, you know. Look at this chicken. Oh, I don't want to show my freaking address. That's creepy. Look at this chicken scratch on it. I don't want to show my address, but you see there's chicken scratch on it, right? That's chicken scratch. I'm like, okay. So I take the letter, I open it, right? And I see that it's court documents, so I'm like, oh, what is that? And Mike was there, and he's nosy, and he's looking. It's court documents, right? So I thought it was because of the food stamps, about the trial or whatever. And it says Superior Court of New Jersey, Chancery Division, complaint for divorce. And I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, looking at it, I'm like, and Mike kept saying, oh, it was sent to the wrong person. I was looking at it, I'm like, what is this? And then I'm like, this is a thing about divorce documents. And then I'm like, oh my God, you know what? You know who sent this? That Wayne guy sent it, because he was saying about divorce and all that. You're going to be divorced and miserable. Like, really nasty things to me. And this is obviously something that he sent. And I'm like, that's that guy. And, you know, and I was really messed up. And Mike says I should send him, like, gay porn or, like, something like that. And I'm thinking maybe I should send him that, or send him diapers. Diapers? Why am I always talking about diapers tonight? Doesn't mean anything. I'm just, whatever. People get weird like that. But, send him, like, these free samples, you know, but I'm like, Mike suggested that. And I told Moss about it, and he said, if he does anything like that, call the cops and file a complaint against him, you know, and sue him, you know. And I'm like, I got really upset, and I messaged him. I'm like, I'm going to show you what the texts were. So, what I did was I just blocked him. You know, because I know if I didn't block him, excuse me, I'm sorry. This is stuff he said to me. I don't even know. He's a creep. Like, I get, literally, I feel, like, disgusting around him, like, scared. You know what I mean? He's just so rude. I don't want to read everything, but he's just so weird. Let's see. And his voice, everything about him just makes me feel, like, nervous and, like, I get anxiety around these kind of people, you know? Okay, he says this. Well, this is a couple days ago. I was hoping to get the pan back soon. I need it for holiday cooking next weekend. I won't bother you once I get it back. Yes, I'll drop it off tomorrow. And then tomorrow I came and I said, I have your tin. I can drop it off. Sure. Address again. He gave me his address. I appreciate the fact that you asked me if I was going to be all right. I worry about your situation more than my own. But we all must make decisions. I hope everything works out the way you want. I hope he treats you well. Well, you know, that was actually cordial and nice, but I think I was a little buzzed when he did that. Understood, no one truly, and I was talking in drunk talk. Understand, no one truly understands the path they choose to take. I actually do not think our choices even matter in the end. I'm reflecting on aspects and wondering what the desired aspect pertains in the long run. I don't know. The long run isn't thought about by many people from what I've encountered. Sorry for bothering you. I just hope what you get real. Well, nothing actually matters. That's okay. I have no idea what I want. I'm encapsulated. Really? Nothing matters? I believe so. I'm sorry for you. I believe in too much and can't think nothing matters. You might as well eat a bullet. I thought he was saying that to me, telling me I should eat a bullet. But he said, in general, I guess. I thought he was like, you know, the post office person gave me 2 sheets of stamps and he didn't charge me for it. I ended up going back there being like, you didn't charge me for these stamps. That's like $20. I don't know what the heck that was about, but I feel like it was something called 2 sheets to the wind. I feel like that was some kind of sign there or something weird like that. There was also something else that happened that I took note of, but I forget what it was. But I think that was some kind of weird sign. But anyways, that's the last thing I want you to do. I say that sarcastically in response to it. You don't sound happy with your decision. If you want to really talk to me, make the time person. I want you to be happy, even if you aren't with me. With you? Okay. He said, I don't think you, I said, many things matter to me. I understand. I said, I don't think you really do understand. You would need more time around me. Take care, wildflower. Okay. Then he said, because I said, okay. Your lack in a real response makes me know you don't really care. I can't wait to see what you write seriously in the future about your trials and tribulations that you told me about. No, I won't see that book or your story. You seem tired and bored with life. I know I can't change that. Okay, so much for wishes and hopes. Take care and I wish you luck. I wanted to say more, but I'm too drunk and therefore anything I would have said would have been eliminated in the grand scheme of life. Why wish me luck, though? Never mind. Enjoy your night and forget about me. Being drunk is a poor excuse of life, I said. That's why no matter how drunk I am, I never use it as an excuse for myself. I always speak my mind. I don't want to text chat with you anymore. You know what I want. Oh, you know what I want? Life gets dull. I said this. Life gets dulled after a certain point, which means we are not meant to flourish forever anyways. That is how I feel. It's not just drunk feel. I feel that way. But anyways, sounds like you're ready to die. I don't want to text chat you anymore. If you really want to talk to me, call. And I just kept texting. I think we use alcohol or whatever to try to capture those fleeting feelings, but it will never win. Ignorance may be our most winning wrath. I think I was trying to be a writer like Hunter S. Thompson or something. I don't know. Okay, Wayne, I'm ready to die. Bye. Maybe yours. You use that as liquid courage. I would be willing to see you and talk in person. You are too scared to. I don't want text message. I want face-to-face talk. Too many cowards. And I said, I hate liquids, though. Scares me. And I said that because he said liquids and that word, liquid courage, and the word liquid stood out to me. And he also said something about being scared, and I said, scares me, because I was just saying what I read him say, because I was in La La Land at that point. Like I said, what are you scared of? He said, I will walk to your place just to talk if you like. Nothing, tired. You're lying. I will drive over if you are scared of something to protect you. Don't play games, be honest. I said, truth is, I tried to get drunk out the butt today, but seems my psyche won't allow it. Now I'm stuck dealing with reality. You and me both. Had many beers would totally frustrate. I want truth. No, don't need no one coming over. Morning comes as it does. Which is true. I didn't want him to come over. I'm still gonna pass out and I'm still gonna wake up. I think you're lying again. Last chance for something real. I think he was taking my talking to him as me wanting him to come over. But I was just having fun. It's fun to, I don't know. Like I said, I was 2 sheets to the wind. I think you wish. I'm just here being like, what though? Calm your tits. Sorry, I guess I'm more drinks. Okay, have a fun avoiding truth and reality. I would have come over to only talk, but you just want to be scared and not become yourself. And I said, oh, hush. Just let me come over. He's like pleading to come to my house. Why? So we could talk about what? I'm drunk. You don't need to talk to me at that point. Just let me say what I had to say. I don't know. I will leave when you want. I said I'm on wit's end, meaning in merely surviving via mental entertainment. In a few minutes, I'll just decide to wither away from those things, like from the Little Mermaid. You know those little withering things from the Little Mermaid? Wit's end fucking autocorrect. Yeah, because it said wait's end. I didn't write wait's end. Okay, I guess I can say fuck off then and don't waste my time. I understand why he got mad now, because it sounded like I was just using him as entertainment. And yet, he was actually being concerned and caring, but I didn't tell him I'm engaged at that point. He says, I have to be invited, I'm not going to beg. Okay, I'm not sure what you expect. Go out there, this world's huge, explore it, stop feeling sorry for yourself. I'm not feeling sorry for myself, only for you. I have the complete message status between us start to finish. You sound like you want me to run for company, but just can't bear to ask. No, that wasn't true at all. I didn't make that. Did it sound like I was trying to have him come over for company, but I couldn't bear to ask? No. Anyways, guess you didn't notice my engagement ring. Nah, I like entertainment, but I don't require it in this world. I would come over at the drop of your word. See, now you're being very evil. The wind is picking up to dictate so. Why would you continue this conversation with an engagement ring? Why would you continue this conversation with an engagement ring? He's the one who just kept texting me. And he thinks that I'm like cheating on Mike because I'm texting him back saying, oh my god, no. No wonder you're scared. I wouldn't be too getting hooked up with a beast like that. He doesn't even know Mike and he's talking like that. You are totally fucked up, Lori. You play with people's emotions or just steal from them. He said Jimmy said I stole money from him. That's not true at all because I don't steal money from anybody. Jimmy is an idiot with his money. He doesn't have money. You are a manipulative bitch. I hope you get everything you deserve. I said, no, I told you engagement ring means silence. Okay, bye. And no, you know nothing. Just kidding, it's wrong. I'm never scared. Fuck off, you crazy cunt. Ew, you're gross. I never stole money and his name is Jimmy, not James. He said, fuck off, you are mean to have it all in text. You damned yourself. I damned myself? I said, you're weird. Fuck you. Okay, enough of this. Pick up the phone then. I think he called me and I didn't answer the phone. Oh my god, this is just strange. Jimmy is short for the Christian name James. I guess ignorant stealing heathen like yourself would know the difference. I didn't steal from anybody. Like, I don't steal money from people. I've never did that. So I don't know why he keeps saying that. Please don't take this as harassment, but I want to check in 6 months, a year from now to see how miserable you are. See you next Christmas. See, he said that shit. I said, you're the miserable one. I'm never miserable. My outlook on life is hope, curiosity, and dealings. So please stop. I said, extremely. My phone changed it. He said, you're so full of shit. Maybe you should go back and read your drunken text. You didn't sound happy. And you used the word scared. You're so fucked with your miserable future. I will be busy sipping Cuba Libres and enjoying life. I said, I just read it all. You thought I wanted you to come over, but I was drunk and making jokes that flew over your head. You said liquid courage. I said I hate liquids as a joke. Also, James is his real name, but I call him Jimmy. I said scared because you did first, and I was being a drink wise-ass dude. And I was. Duh, I know what liquid courage is. Oh my gosh, yes, I see you messaged me to wish me well. At that point, I had a few drinks. And I was at that point not processing fully your good wishes. Understand, I do not really need them as my life will happen the way it does, but thank you, and if it means anything, I do wish you well. I think you're still drunk because you don't make any sense. Not everything has to be a poem and story. No, I'm not drunk or hungover. happy with my decision. I want a family. He said, don't worry, divorces for people like you guys who don't own anything are easy. I said, that's a really miserable statement to make. You call me miserable, but it's you. Yeah, and then he says, yeah, owning the title to a house with no mortgage and a practically brand new truck tends to make people miserable. Lol. It's the hacks I have to share air with on this planet that makes me miserable. Once we get married, we'll get a house. Everything you say is miserable. Stop trying to bring me down. Says, well, and you guys will be paying it off till you're 70 with a 30-year mortgage. I already had this conversation with you. This is what you told me. You don't want commitment. I save all my taxes. You couldn't possibly be brought down lower. Commitment to a house. Because he was talking about mortgages. I said, that's a commitment, and I don't want to be, that's a big commitment. Why be committed to mortgage? I said, commitment to house. Why have a commitment with a mortgage? Having a mortgage is a damn commitment unless you're smart about it and run it out like Scotty does. And he said, you really are damn. A house is the single biggest investment you'll make in your life, and paying it off for 30 years isn't a commitment for you. Okay, I have our texts saved, but I haven't deleted them, not because I'm going to hold on to them forever and cherish them. You are damn if you thought I meant committed to a person. I said it's a commitment. Oh my god, you are totally lost, he says. No, you are. I said a mortgage is a commitment. What the fuck is wrong with you? Look at you stuck with a house you don't even want. I own my house. Most people over 50 don't own their home yet. Am I lost? I know what I want to do in my life. I am lost. I don't work a dead-end job. I am lost. If you know where you are, I will be content with being lost. This house was an investment, not a permanent place of investment. Lost meaning I said the same thing you told me. Lost at failing to understand what I am saying. You're calling me lost, but I just said it's because you are not following what I'm saying. Do you want a medal or something? You don't work, though. What do you do? Just curious. I don't work. Do you? I don't know. You don't no need to be snarky. I don't want to text anymore. But then he did text me. Yes, I do deserve a medal for what I have accomplished at an early age. You'll never know the work I do, let alone understand why. Why do you think the Phillipsburg police let me go? FYI, he drives drunk every freaking day, and he got pulled over, and they didn't give him a DUI. They just escorted him home or something. He said, because I'm the grease that keeps the gears of this great country moving. You would never understand. Okay, you are greasy. Wow, you are absurd. Why do you keep texting me so you can continue to tell me how terrible I am? Anyways, I don't feel like reading anymore. And you were in the military. He's just insulting me, putting me down. He said, you have become a fragile animal with your past physical and mental abuse. You told me about different encounters. I could see the horror I knew was in your soul. I'm sorry you went through this. I can also see if you're trapped, it's your situation. You've been taken advantage of for a long time. I can't save you, and I don't think you want to be saved. You need an ugly beast in your life to constantly remind you of your horrors. Broken women are easily read. This is why you spend so time with the elder loser. I could just imagine the deep conversations you have with that mental defective. Anyways. You are damaged goods. A package dropped too often that everyone is scared to open because the return cost is far too high. I was incredibly mean to you again, but I only know the truth. And I said, I heard all these texts. I'm sorry, I'm not going to read your bullshit. It's more insults. You know nothing about me, you, and I never got close to that point where you know who I am. Anyways, no, don't. I have horror in my soul. I don't think about those incidents right now. But then I got that letter in the mail, and that really, I'm like, please do not contact me, or I will go to the police about a restraining order. You are now stalking me. Do not text me either. You are blocked. And then I blocked him. But you know what? Just right now, let me tell you something. And he said, I only care about the truth, right? That's what he says. I have to pee again. But I can't pause this freaking mother freaker. He said, I only care about the truth, right? But reading his messages now, I actually see what he's saying. I can see his point, and I can see he is talking the things he says are kind of mean, but I can see I can see where I was misunderstanding because I was already 2 sheets to the wind, I guess. And I just felt like he was putting me down, but I could see he's a very isolated person, and I don't wish him harm or nothing. And he thinks these things about me, but he really doesn't know me. So to say stuff like that, like the things he said to me, I kind of don't appreciate that. Like, you know, but if that's what he thinks, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, life is something, you know. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. My bladder is full. But I blocked him because I don't need divorce papers or none of that crap. You know, but I don't know what to do anymore. You know. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know nothing. Do you? What's the point of anything? No, when I get buzzed though, sometimes I really think weird. Like, when I drink, I just think these things. That was weird. I look scary. Like, scary. So I blocked Wayne now. If he thought in any way that I was leading him on though, because I was texting him, I think I was kind of amused and I kind of like wanted to like, sometimes I like when people like get mean or like insulting or whatever because it's just like, wow, really? I don't know. Or like when a customer gets rude like at work, I think it's funny, you know? I just think it's funny. But most customers are not rude because I'm always nice to everybody, you know? But one thing I do like is to actually have a conversation and with somebody. Doesn't everybody want that? Anyway, get going. It's so quiet in here. I love it though. I really love this encapsulated capsule that I created for myself. And I didn't really create it by myself. Did you see that thing? It says, sorry, it says it's a world you create. You create. You create. Smile. Say it. Say it. It's a world you create. You create. You create. Smile. This is how it looks. Look, there's my laptop. That was on. And it's on top of all that crap. That's how it looks in here, okay? There's my freaking things. That's how it looks. So, I'm going to shut this off and I'm going to upload it. And Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for listening. Just rereading this text, actually, from Wayne, I see his point. He's still a creep, but he has to understand, like, I'm not, like, an alcoholic. I'm not a functioning alcoholic. I told him, I said, the reason why the police let you go is because you're a functioning alcoholic and you're able to fool them. Okay, for me, I don't wake up and drink every day, and nor can I be normal. After I have a couple drinks, I get silly and goofy, and I say things like, whatever. I don't really pay attention to the text. I don't really read and like hear what you're saying. I just catch a surface thing like liquid courage, and that makes me think of liquid gold, and I say stuff like that. But you know, and am I marrying Mike because I just want to get reminded of the horrors of my life? Why would I do that? I want a family, you know? I just want a family. Well, anyways, we will see how things go, I guess, because things are documented. Oh, I actually entered a contest called, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to go because my bladder. Thanks for listening. Bye, everybody.